We are also sharpening our human capital to make sure that the skilled labor that we have meets the highest standard of labor anywhere in the world. It is the reason why we have increased our budget, both for TVET and university education, by an extra almost 50 billion from this year, because high-quality labor, highly skilled professional labor is a critical component that will drive industrialization and manufacturing. And we are looking at it not just for the Kenyan market, but we are also looking at it for the Polish market. And I have had a conversation with His Excellency the President on how we can make the highly skilled professional Kenyan labor available to help Poland with the human capital gaps that they have. So there is a detailed brief on the different incentives, and we're very happy to work with the Polish investors who are here, and business people and investors, and we will continuously refine those opportunities and those incentives to make sure that they reflect the wishes of the market at any one time. Mr. President.
Szanowni Państwo, Ekscelencjo Panie Prezydencie, odpowiadając na to zagadnienie poruszone przez Panią, powiem tak, no my tutaj z Panem Prezydentem dzisiaj przez naszych gospodarek. Jest w każdej sytuacji.
Like in every single case, also here, each of our countries has got its specific conditions under which it is functioning. So let me tell you this. My compatriots present here today know perfectly well that Polish society is getting richer and richer. We are also having more and more companies which are developing such a big potential in their functioning that their owners, their boards are starting to think very seriously about acting not only on the Polish market, but they are thinking about expanding their activities and going out not only across Europe, other European countries, not only European Union countries, but also to go into other continents. This is also connected with the constant growth of wealth in the Polish society. This is directly connected also with what Polish people can do every day. So I think I don't need to tell any one of you here in this room that in Poland, when one thinks about Kenya, one thinks about unique nature with this great global attraction which makes Kenya famous, which has made Kenya famous, because Kenya simply is considered one of the most beautiful, nature-wise places across the globe. That is why it is a dream of many people. Also, many Polish people dream about coming to Kenya in order to meet excellent nature, which you take care of, and which was the topic also of our discussion today with Mr. President. We discussed how to develop modern technologies, but in such a way that this nature is preserved, that its value is not weakened by the dynamic economic development of the country. But another point I want to make, I think one of important tasks which we can do in order to promote our mutual investments is to show, especially to my compatriots, the attractiveness of potential business opportunities in Kenya. To the Polish people coming to Kenya, very often they run their own businesses and they don't even think that they could get interested in business here or doing business with Kenyan companies. To them, we need to show these opportunities, and I think this is today one of the most important tasks facing those who want to promote the creation and deepening of relations between our two countries. For sure, and I have no doubt about it, we are able to offer to Kenya a lot. Over the last more than 30 years, we have made a huge economic leap, a huge progress. I can say it out loud, and I am saying it very proudly, that we did a very hard work building the potential of Poland, building also the wealth of the Polish society. But in the first place, we did a lot of reforms. We transformed our economy. It was a centrally about large companies. I'm speaking about small and medium companies. These today account for the majority of the sector which employs people. And today this is the driver of the Polish economy. So I believe that we can not only be a place where you can see how different technologies function, but we are also a place where you can see how to build your own business from scratch and how to develop using the possibilities which are presented by the place and the time. So I encourage you very strongly. I encourage our Kenyan friends. I encourage you, ladies and gentlemen, to visit Poland. I hope, as I mentioned before, that you will accompany the presidential couple, your president, in that visit, that we will open an economic forum, but first and foremost that there will be an opportunity to pay a series of study visits all across Poland in order to see how entrepreneurship works in Poland across different sectors. I encourage you, I invite you to come. Thank you.
Afternoon. My name is Kiprono Kitonya. I'm the chairman of the Nairobi Securities Exchange. I just wanted to take the very short opportunity to introduce an opportunity to Polish investors, and thank you, Mr. President, for inviting President Duda and his high-level business delegation. There is a unique opportunity, not just in Kenya, but across all frontier economies right now. Many frontier capital markets are suffering from flight of US dollars back to the United States of America. So that in itself presents a very unique opportunity for investors from Europe, investors from Poland to come and invest in our markets. We have 61 listed companies in Kenya. We have very many products, including bonds, sovereign bonds, private sector bonds, and about 35 to 40 billion euros in investable assets. I think there couldn't be a better time for US-Polish investors to look at Kenya as a potential. We are seen as the most innovative market across Africa. We have green bonds, we have real estate investment trusts, and this year, working with our president, we have many companies coming to market, listing, and I'm sure by the end of the year, we'll have over 70 listed companies. I think this is important because right now, the value of companies on the market is well below the real value of those companies. So there couldn't be a better time for you to bring your euros here, invest in our listed companies, invest in our bonds, which are yielding as high as 18% annualized return on interest. At the same time, Kenya has a free foreign exchange regime, and you can, as the minister had said earlier, you can repatriate 100% of your profits and your returns from our markets. And the company this year that has given the highest return was run by Madam CS, and it's called Kengen, amongst many other companies. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We know there is a lot of interest in the discussion, but due to a very tight schedule for our excellencies, we will continue the conversations at our level. But I also want to announce that we recently revamped our website at Kenya Investment Corporation, or KenInvest, and the investor journey and incentive packages can be found in the website. And for now, we want to thank our two distinguished guests, Their Excellencies, for giving us time this afternoon, and we wish them God's blessings as they lead our two nations to deeper and greater heights. Thank you very much, and now I give it to Git.